Hello and welcome to Soylent Green is People. Our story today is the lost episode of Bad Creepypasta. I'm a huge fan of Michaelleroi on YouTube.
No, you're not.
Particularly his Bad Creepypasta series.
Now let me look this up and see if it exists.
I love the writing. I have every episode downloaded onto my computer as an MP3, WAV, FLAC and JPEG for security purposes.
No, I know this isn't true. No one's downloaded it.
Okay, good. Can we do what we did before with Alexo's story and
Alright.
try not to laugh? Okay, we can make jokes, but if we try not to laugh. However, I may stop watching. You bastard! As I seem to have uncovered an atrocious secret concerning the behind-the-scenes relationship of the readers. I believe with the utmost conviction throughout every individual fibre of my being that I have unearthed a subterfuge.
Oh shit, we've been rumbled, lads.
Just try that again. I have unearthed a subterfuge so atrociously diabolical. It's by Slime Beast that nobody else but I could ever figure it out. It started when I logged into YouTube to check Tobuscus's channel for new videos. He's my second favourite YouTuber to Michaelleroi. Again, he's just such a brilliant writer. Any hoozle, I saw that Michaelleroi had uploaded a new video. My heart leapt. I clicked the video, even though it had an odd title. It wasn't Bad Creepypasta or even Super Brit Bros. It was called Fear Itself.
Wait. Someone knows about Super Brit Bros.
I was absolutely bamboozled. I mean, what kind of name for a Michaelleroi video is Fear Itself? He makes creepypasta commentaries and let's plays, not horror movies. Yeah, be a dick about it. Okay. The video starts. Very nice. It was actually a video this time, not the red curtains of Bad Creepypasta. It was Jacob and his friend Matt, and they were reading a creepypasta like normal, but they didn't seem to be aware of the fact they were being recorded. They did the usual intro saying that Toby couldn't be there because he'd gotten too tall to fit through the doorway. Matt laughed, and they continued the pasta. It was called Jeff the Killer versus Squidward Suicide.
Please tell me that's not a real thing.
When all of a sudden, there's a loud slamming noise. It appears to be coming from the door. Jacob and Matt look to the door when Toby busts in.
Can I do your voice?
Certainly. That means I'll be you.
Ah, there you are, Toby.
What? Says Jacob.
We're recording.
Shut your bleeding mouth, you tossers! Toby says. Jacob says.
Oh my god, I can't tell who's who.
Jacob says.
Oi, who pissed in your golden grahams?
Toby then pulls out a treacle tart and throws it right at Jacob.
Treacle.
We're not going to get through this, are we? Saying, oh my god, I'm fucking sick of being your second or third banana. Oh my god, this is amazing. The treacle tart smacks into Jacob's shoulder and then in parentheses, tentacle. And a grisly crack is heard. Matt reaches for a handful of Pringles. While Jacob lies on the ground, gripping his shoulder, tentacle, with unbridled agony the likes of which have never been seen on this earth before, Toby pulled a longbow out of his pocket. He drew it and aimed at Matt, but then Matt throws a handful of dust into Toby's face, blinding him. It was the Pringles.
Are you so Pringles? Wait, cut the mustache yet?
Pocket Pringles.
Toby grabbed for his face, and then Matt rushed him, tackling him and sitting on his chest, effectively rendering him immobile.
Yeah, pretty much.
Jacob, call 999 or 919 or whatever the fuck we use for emergencies in England. Matt says urgently.
I'm not even reading my own.
Jacob grabs the phone with his good arm tentacles and begins to dial when a low rumbling is heard. Matt begins to shake. Then all of a sudden, there's a huge explosion of force from under him, as if he was sitting on an airbag mechanism. He is launched into the air, his head smashing through the ceiling. Toby rises and punches Matt in the stomach so hard that he pukes toad in the hole. All over Jacob's upstairs neighbours, who retaliate by turning their music up even higher.
That is brilliant.
Toby then approaches Jacob, who asks, shaking,
What are you?
Toby raises a knife and starts to talk, when suddenly Big Ben begins to chime. It's tea time. Toby puts the knife down and he and Jacob pull Matt out of the ceiling and make tea. Do you know what's really bad? Is that in between recording our last video and this, we actually went and had a tea break. Oh. They sit down on Jacob's couch, and as they eat their tea, I can see grasshoppers in the clotted cream on their scones, and grasshoppers on the crumpets, even grasshoppers in the tea they were drinking. It must be some British thing. Anyway, they finish their tea and get back into place. Matt sticking his head in the ceiling, and Jacob standing from Toby, holding the knife, who resumes his speech. I am fear itself.
Oh God, no!
Jacob yells.
Oh God, no.
There is no God, Toby says, raising the knife even higher. There is only flesh.
Ah, nice!
Oh my God, that's a terrible line. Who'd write that?
Nice.
He swings the blade down, but Jacob moves out of the way. If you thought that was a good Toby impression, please do private message me. Out of the way, and the knife sticks in the pile of teddy bears behind him. Jacob stares at Toby, still unable to believe that one of his best friends could come at him with a knife. Toby turns to Jacob and smiles. You are a worthy adversary, mate, he says. I see that I'll need to achieve my final form if I'm to finish this in time for EastEnders.
Oh, bloody hell. Oh, EastEnders is on stage. Yes, let's hurry.
Jacob says. Toby begins to twirl as Jacob watches in horror. Toby twirls faster and faster until bits of flesh start to fly off of his body, some of it hitting the webcam and obscuring the lens. After 22 seconds, something stood there that was once Toby, but no now. It appeared to be a large monolith, orange with gold markings. Oh my God. I heard a faint crinkling sound and saw two eyes open on the monolith. I heard it once again and a mouth opened, revealing two large fangs behind lips as red as blood. Then from the back of the structure unfolded two great leathery wings. As Jacob just looked at the beast, mouth agape, it speaks. Somebody, somewhere, is about to die. It then attacks Jacob, killing him in the most unspeakable way, with lasers. Before killing Matt just as unspeakably. When it is done killing, it floats over to the webcam, which recorded all of this, then clears its throat and speaks again. Hello there, and welcome to an extra bloody edition of Bad Creepypasta. Today I'm here with the usual wankers, Matt and Toby. It sounded just like Jacob. I can't believe it. It then goes on to do a perfect impression of Matt, even replicating the shittiness of his mic.
I've got a better one now.
Then it goes on to do a perfect Toby, who I guess it had been all along. Then that is when it hit me. In would be permanent. Jacob and Matt were dead, and this Toby beast, and in brackets, Tobeast,
That's your new name.
had stolen their identities to continue the show, with Toby as the first banana. This is why Jacob has been getting ill or frustrated more often, so Toby can finish the stories as first banana. It all makes sense if you think about it. After I realised this, I went to take a piss. When I entered the bathroom, I screamed and pissed all down the front of my My Little Pony pyjamas. Sitting on my toilet, ... staring right at me, ... was ... a ... bloody ... plush ... toffee crisp ... with its eyes missing. There aren't any comments, I'm afraid, but that, my friends,
Brilliant.
is
The greatest piece of work ever made by man.
so, Toby, do you want to give your thoughts?
That is just... I'm glad I am the monster in there. That's so funny. I'm so glad that exists. Who wrote that?
I don't know. I'm sure it'll have an authorship thing on it somewhere.
I'm happy enough to throw
We'll
up
put it in the
upstairs.
description. Yeah,
That was
Stop them
brilliant.
playing as a Come As You Are or whatever it is.
yeah.
Stop playing Come As You Are upstairs.
I mean, the thing is, I remember when we read The Ultimate Pasta and I said, oh, we've peaked too soon, there's no way. And while obviously that was still the best one so far, this certainly stands up to it. You know, this wasn't like, this didn't pale in comparison by any
The
stretch.
best one was like killed in an unspeakable way with lasers.
That was hysterical. That might have been my favourite part. Or the tea break I really liked as well. I mean, there's a lot of great moments. Actually, no, my favourite moment probably hit Jacob's good arm and then in brackets tentacles. Like, that was really good. Okay, so we're going to actually do a little bit more of fan pasta, just because there's a very, very short one here that's got comments. So this is called the Michaelleroi Theory, and it says, here is my theory on the Michaelleroi channel. Jacob Sherwood, sex machine, director of awesomeness, murdered the toppler. No joke, he killed the toppler.
Was it Matt, member of a bad CREEPYPASTA series, started bowling for soup. He has an amazing voice, despite my mic.
Toby, a member of Bad CREEPYPASTA, also starred in bowling for soup. Can take wedgies like a man.
English teacher stars in the episode Squidward Suicide and beat it down so hard it does not exist. MD Phantasm, a recurring character in the CREEPYPASTA series and is hilarious to listen to. Alexo created the ultimate pasta and stars in a ton of episodes. If you don't understand it already, this cast of characters makes the best possible combination for any channel. This is why the Michaelleroi channel is so great. No channel can match it. And then I read the comments. Now, our dear friend John Sparrowcross, the beloved author, has written a wonderful comment. This isn't really a theory. This is just kind of a dicks in mouths thing. And terrifyingly, someone has replied with, this reminds me, I could use this stuff as inspiration for that sexy fan pasta I've been writing.
Oh, God! No!
It's your fault, Toby.
Why?
Toby,
Yeah. I was kind of expecting the story to say that Jake, Matt and Toby were all demons from the British section of hell that managed to escape to conquer the world. That is until they discovered the sensation called creepypastas. They were so bad they took human form and vowed to rip and utterly destroy every single terrible story on the wiki. Unfortunately, an archangel flew down from the heavens to give the trio a hard time reverting back to their demonic forms. That archangel's alias on Earth is LOL Skeletons! Since he barged onto their agenda and broke out an all-out war broke out between Baku Faster Group and the administrator, LOL Skeletons. However, rogue humans joined British demons to fight against LOL Skeletons in the hopes that they can entertain the masses before he deletes all of them. They call them guests because of their unwanted aid. Since neither side is willing to give up anytime soon, we could imagine that the war will last for many an era to come. Then again, the dick sucking can do, at least for now. Cheers, MD.
Oh, someone is going to write an erotic.
So the Languescent Gamer says, after the short film Jacob is making, he should totally consider creating this. Then we would have a shit ton of sequels and finally rid the world of all bad creepypasta. I just want to take this time out to say, after the short film, we're making a feature film. It's 90 minutes long. Like, comment, subscribe. Alexo simply says, hey, it's me.
What's up?
You alright, mate?
What's up, dude?
Nice to see you again.
I are Spooky Anonymous.
Somebody just wrote, what's up? So that was 2 fan pastas. Obviously, the second one isn't really a pasta. It's just somebody saying, just being silly. But fun comments on that one. Brilliant stuff. Cheers.